بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وعن أنس رضي الله عنه قال أقيمت الصلاة فأقبل علينا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم بوجهه فقال أقيموا صفوفكم وتراصوا فإني أراكم من وراء ظهري. رواه البخاري. وفي المتفق عليه قال أتموا الصفوف فإني أراكم من وراء ظهري. Right from Anas radiallahu anhu. He said that Salah was established. Uh, Salah Ikama was given, then Rasulullah faced upon us with his face, and he said, make yourself straight, and join the safs, right? Because I see you from behind my back. Narrated by Bukhari, and in Bukhari and Muslim, it says that complete the safs because indeed I see you from behind my back. Right. Right. So the hadith is clear here that you must make yourself straight and join the safs. Join the safs, in other words, the first saf to the second saf. You understand? There mustn't be a big gap. You understand it? First saf, then the second saf, you got far away. You can't have it like it. Right. وعنه أنه قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم سووا صفوفكم فإن تسوية الصفوف من إقامة الصلاة متفق عليه إلا أن عند مسلم من تمام الصلاة. Also read from Anas said Nabi Akram says, make straight yourselves because straightening the self is from iqamatu salah, from establishing the salah. And that's in Bukhari and Muslim. Except that according to Imam Muslim, he got there min tamami salah, from the completion of salah. So we know that wherever you see in the Quran, it says aqimu salah. You understand? Establish your salah. So straightening the self is part of that establishment of the salah. ونبي سالم الأنصاري ونبي مسؤول الأنصاري رضي الله عنه قال كان الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم يمسح مناكبنا في الصلاة ويقول استووا ولا تختلفوا فتختلف قلوبكم ليليني منكم أولو الأرحام والنهى ثم الذين يلونهم ثم الذين يلونهم. قال أبو مسعود فأنتم اليوم أشد اختلافا. رواه مسلم. Narrated from Abu Mas'ud al-Ansari says that Nabi Akram used to touch our shoulders in Salah, and he would say that make straight yourselves and do not go crooked, because then your hearts will differ. And those who are baligh and those with intellect should be next to me from you. Then in others immediately behind me, right? Then those who are like them, and then those who are next to them. Abu Mas'ud says, and you are today in the most severe ikhtilaf, right? So he's saying that those who are baligh and those that got intellect, should be in the first saf, and in the second saf, then those who are close to them. In other words, those who are the next in line will be those who are the boys, right? And then will be the khunsa. He got up till the khunsa here. ثم الذين يلونهم, the last يلونهم. So we know that the tip of the safs is the men, then the boys, then the khunsa, and then the women. So here they got until the third ثم الذين until the khunsa. And he said today you are in severe ikhtilaf because you don't keep yourself straight. That's why you have so much ikhtilaf. وعن عبد الله بن مسعود رضي الله عنه قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يليني منكم أولو الأرحام والنهى ثم الذين يلونهم ثلاثا وإياكم وهيشات الأسواق. رواه مسلم. Abdullah ibn Mas'ud said, and Nabi Akram says, those with those who are baligh and those with intellect should be next to me from you. Then those who are like them, then those who are next to them, right? 3 times. So he said this 3 times. So in this third time here now, it will be the women also. So the men, the boys, the khunsa, and then the women. So the women are included in this hadith. وَإِيَّاكُمْ وَهَيْشَاتِ الْأَسْوَاقِ, and beware of the noises of the bazaar. Beware of the noises. In other words, don't make noise in the masjid like how you make noise in the bazaar. وَنَبِي سَعِيدٍ الْخُدْرِي رَضِيَ اللَّهُ عَنْهُ قَالَ رَأَى رَسُولُ اللَّهِ فِي أَصْحَابِهِ تَأَخُّرًا فقال لهم تقدموا وأتموا به وليأتم بكم من بعدكم لا يزال قوم يتأخرون حتى يؤخرهم الله. Right. Nabi Abu Sa'id al-Khudri said in Nabi Akrim so amongst his Sahaba, a delay in joining the safs or joining the first saf. So he said, advance and follow me. All right. Come forward and follow me. And those who are after you will follow you. So in other words, you come in, fill up the first saf, and then you will now follow me because you can see me. And those who are after behind you will see you and they'll follow you, right? And no people will continuously delay until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will delay them in the entrance of Jannah. So this hadith also shows a reprimand for those people that hesitate to fill up the safs from the front. You understand? That Allah ta'ala will put you behind also. Right. And then so the follow me, and then those who behind you will follow you just in the actual they actually following the imam. They're actually following the imam, but because they can see you, they will go, especially if they don't hear the takbir or something, then they will go according to your movements. When Jabir ibn Samurah radiallahu anhu خرج علينا رسول الله فرآنا حلقا فقال ما لي أراكم عزين ثم خرج علينا فقال ألا تصفون كما تصف الملائكة عند ربها فقلنا يا رسول الله وكيف تصف الملائكة عند ربها قال يتمون الصفوف الأولى ويتراصون في الصف. رواه Muslim. Right. Naizma Jabir ibn Samurah said that Nabi Karim Sam came out upon us and he saw us sitting separately. Right. So he said, what is for me that I'm seeing you sitting so scattered? Then he came out upon us and he said, why don't you make a saf? Like how the malaikas make safs by their Rabb. So he said, oh Nabi Karim Sam, how does the malaika make safs by their Rabb? So he said they would complete the first safs and they would join up in the safs. They would make the safs together. Right? وَنَبِي هُرَيْرَةَ رَضِيَ اللَّهُ عَنْهُ قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم خير صفوف الرجال أولها وشرها آخرها وخير صفوف النساء آخرها وشرها أولها. رواه Muslim. And Abu Hurairah said, Nabi Akram says, the best safs of the men are the first saf, and the worst of it is the last saf. The first saf, you're going to get the most reward, right? So that's the best saf. And the best safs of the woman are the last of the saf. And the worst of it are the first of it, because now they're close to the men. You understand? And the woman's whole basis is on parda. Al-Fasul Slani. And Anas radiallahu anhu qala qala Rasulullah Russu sufufakum wa qaribu bainaha wa hadhu bil a'naqi fa walladhi nafsi biyadi inni la ara shaytana yadkhula min khalali as-saffi ka'annaha al-hadhafu. Rawahu Abu Dawud. Anas radiallahu anhu said, Nabi Akram said, make straight the safs and make close between it. In other words, don't let the seconds of be too far from the first one, right? And make in line the next. Meaning, well, what this means is that the one person mustn't be standing on the floor and the other one standing on the platform and the next, you understand? So stand equally on the floor. Everybody must standing straight on the floor. Then by he whom my life is in his hands, indeed I see Shaitan entering from the gaps of the safs as though it is a child of the child of a goat, right? The kid, you understand it? A kid goat, narrated by Abu Dawud. So Shaitan now enters when there's gaps. The Shaitan enters into the saf. وعنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أتم الصف المقدم ثم الذي يليه فما كان من نقص فليكن في الصف المؤخر. رواه أبو داود. Also narrated from Anas said, Nabi Karim says, complete the first saf, then that which is next to it. Then whatever deficiency there is, then it will be in the last saf. In other words, you fill up the safs from the front, and if there's any deficiency, it will be in the last saf. عن البراء بن عازب رضي الله عنه قال كان رسول يقول إن الله وملائكته يصلون على الذين يلون الصفوف الأولى وما من خطوة أحب إلى الله من خطوة يمشيها يصل بها صفا. رواه أبو داود. And Bara ibn Azib radiallahu anhu says, Nabi Akram used to say, indeed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in his malaika sends special rahmat upon those uh, who join and complete the first sufu, right? The first safs, and whatever step, there's no step more beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than the step which one walks to join with it a saf, or which one takes to join with it a saf. You understand? So whatever, so this is the most beloved step that you're taking it, and with it you're joining and you completing the saf. When Aisha radiallahu anha qala Rasulullah inna Allah malaikatahu yusalluna ala mayamini sufufi rawahu Abu Dawud. And when Aisha radiallahu anha says that Nabi Akram says, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his malaika spend special rahmat upon the right, the safs on the right, the safs on the right. So the safs on the right holds a greater virtue than the safs on the left. But if you coming into the masjid and there's space on the left, then the correct thing to do will be to fill up the saf on the left first, and then you're going to get more reward because you did what was needed at that time. This is important usul. You see, sometimes you just go for virtue, right? You're going for virtue, but you're not looking what is needy. So, like, which obviously is there, and most people take their zakat out in Ramadan, and they want to get that virtue of zakat in Ramadan, and one farai is multiplied by 70 times. That is there. But during the year, if there's a need that is a heavy need to spend, and that's the time you spend, you'll get more reward at that time because you're fulfilling the need of the time. One in Nu'man ibn Bashir radiallahu anhu qala kana Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam yusawwi sufufana idha kumna ila salati fa idha stawayna kabbara rawahu Abu Dawud. Nu'man ibn Bashir said Nabi Akram used to make straight ourselves when we would stand up for salah. Then when we are straight, then you will only say takbir. Abu Dawud. When Anas radiallahu anhu qala kana Rasulullah yaqulu أي يمينه اعتدلوا سووا صفوفكم وعن يساره اعتدلوا سووا صفوفكم رواه أبو داود. As Anas radiallahu anhu said, Nabi Akram would turn to his right and you say, stand straight and make yourself straight. And on his left, and you say, stand straight and make yourself straight. وعن ابن عباس رضي الله عنهما قال رسول الله خياركم ألينكم مناكب في الصلاة رواه أبو داود. Ibn Abbas said, the best of you, the Nabi Karim says, the best of you are those who has the softest shoulders in Salah. Now, I don't have my kitab here, but the softest shoulders, the one meaning given is that. So you standing, maybe you're not facing, or you're not standing properly in the saf. And now somebody comes and he taps your shoulder to make you right, make your shoulder soft. In other words, obey what he's saying and come right and make yourself right in the safs, right? That's one. The other meaning is khushu in salah. Have soft shoulders, in other words, submit and have concentration and humility in salah. There was a third meaning also. I'll give you tomorrow, inshallah. Okay, leave it till here.